Hey everyone, here's an instructional video on how to attach ivy to a wall for today's Lego brick tutorial. For our demonstration, take an 8x8 plate. We're going to place down a 1x8 plate on a row of studs. And I want to build up my wall starting with a 1x8 brick. Now on the fifth row, let's set down a 1x2 brick. Then I'm going to place a 1x1 brick with one stud, followed by a 1x3 brick, another 1x1 brick with one stud, and a 1x1 brick to finish up the fifth row. And finally, a 1x8 flat tile to finish off the top of the wall. Now let's build our ivy. Let's take a 1x1 round modified plate with leaf. Let's stick a carrot top inside the hole, and I want this to protrude out on the other side just a little bit. Let's make 14 of these in total. Take a 5x6 limb element and 8 of our leaf assemblies. We're going to start placing these on our limb. Now for these, you want to make sure that the carrot top goes right just at the bottom of the tube. Now when you're doing these right here, you want to set these in pretty slow because this is pretty flimsy. Set that in there. And what I want to do is keep the bottom of the carrot top flush with this portion here. You may have to slowly wiggle things in. Put that one in like so. Make sure it's flush at the bottom. Now, I know I could edit all this out, but it's very important to show all the steps on doing foliage. The reason being is that sometimes things can unexpectedly happen. Like this one, I have to wiggle the carrot top in to make sure it's flush. Now you want to leave these two outer holes open because we're going to make 2 more limbs to stick on there. So let's put that right in there. This is going to be a happy little fern or ivy plant when we're done. Some of you probably get the reference on that. Put that right there. And we'll wiggle this leaf here. And then we're going to stick this one right on this part right here. Just be sure to hold on the bottom of these tubes. We don't want to break any of our limbs. And that piece is done. Take a 3x4 limb element and 3 more leaf assemblies. We're going to start placing these on here. So I'm going to place these across from one another. Be sure to hold underneath. Now if these go all the way through, that's okay, because these are actually going to sit on top of the other branch assembly we just built. I want to place this one right here. You have to have a lot of patience to make foliage because a lot of things can go wrong. Now in this area right here, let's take a carrot stem, place it right inside the tube. Now let's make 2 of these in total. Now take our 5x6 limb assembly. We're going to place these tubes onto the bricks with stud. Now if the bottom leaf doesn't fit, you can just rotate this a bit and tuck it under. Now you could just leave this like this, and this is what the carrot tops are going to be for, because if you don't put the carrot tops in there, this could just easily fall off. So that's why we're doing that. So we're going to place that back on there. And then we're going to take our 3x4 leaf assemblies. We're going to stick these with the carrot top right here. And what that's going to do, that's going to anchor down our limb to the brick with stud. That locks it in really good. So we're going to make sure that's secured in place. And then we can just readjust as needed. You just rotate your leaves, kind of fill all the little gaps in. Now you can do this any way you want. You can make this a nice happy little piece of ivy crawling up the side of a wall. As you can see, it looks pretty good. Even with this leaf at the bottom, it looks like it's growing from the ground. And from the inside, it looks pretty clean.